trying to find the right mix on how you want to do it. And so, every week you're figuring things out. And it's a dangerous team. They got a lot of weapons across the board. It's an outstanding defense. This is yards-wise, it's the number one defense in the league. Outstanding on third down. And really the stat is turnovers. It's the turnover ratio. They've gave up a couple and they haven't got many on defense. So, you flip that just a little bit and they're not sitting where they are. So, good football team that we got to be ready for. And so it all really starts today for us. But that's kind of where we're at.
What's the message to not have the team look past these guys, no matter the record, but how you keep these guys not getting caught up in the trap?
Well, look, you turn on the tape. That's the best thing. When you sit there and watch these guys, I know when turn on this defense and you're watching Simmons and you're watching Key and you're watching Landry and you're watching Sweat and Murray, and then you got Snead and you got the young guys out there at corner, McCrary in there at slot, and these two safeties. It's like, man, this is a talented unit that knows how to play defense, and so they're giving people fits, man. And they've had a fast start in all their games, and it just hadn't quite been able to close it out. And like I say, you change a couple of things on the turnover ratio, and this is a totally different deal. Offensively, then they're going to lean on the run game. It's screens, it's boots, and they're going to put their guys in position to make plays. Ridley's explosive, and so that's what I say. Turn on the tape and don't kid yourself, because this unit is got plenty of firepower over there. So that being said, that's one. Two is, man, we got our own standards, and it's about us and how we handle our business. We got to make our corrections from last week, and we got to improve this week, and that's what it is. But you hit it head on. You say exactly what it is.
For a sec, do you expect to have what's the latest with James?
Well, I'm not supposed to really talk about it. So, but no. So, we're prepared not to have him, and and it's all good. So he's going to be here. He's helping until they come through with whatever's going to happen. He's with us. He's part of this team. He's helping out, and we're good, man. We got Allen Robinson, we got Leaf, we got Saint. I can keep going. We got TP, we got Laporta, we got Gibbs, we got Montgomery. We'll probably bring Isaiah Williams. So we're good. And this isn't the first little bit of stuff that we've been hit with. So we adjust, we move on, and life's good.
To whatever extent this applies, since he's been suspended twice now, how does a player go about rebuilding trust with you, with teammates, with your organization, if he has to?
Well, I think step one is what he's doing right now, man. He's here, and he's helping. And, if he's not able to go, then he'll be helping on scout team, which is awesome. And so, yeah. Look, there's a number of things. Here's what I can tell you is I trust this kid. I trust him. And unfortunately, you got to pay for your sins, and something happens, and if this comes down, so be it. But I know this, we dangled a rope down on the way up. We can't wait for anybody. And, over a year ago, he started climbing his way up, and he got to us. And maybe he lost his grip, but he'll climb back up again. That rope's still there. It's tied to us, and he'll be just fine. But he's part of this team, and I trust him.
Team informed, and when does his window close to appeal, and is he going to appeal?
Yeah, that's about as far as I've already said too much.
Where does that trust come from?
Yeah, I can't get into that either, really. What I'd say is there's enough things. Look, he and I have had enough dialect, enough things that have happened to I know when he tells me something, I know what it is, and that's the best way I can say it. And so, look, this happened. It is what it is, and move on. But I do. And he's put the work in, and he's put his best foot forward. And like I say, he lost his grip. So he'll be back.
He got somewhat close to Teddy Bridgewater. He said he learned a lot from him. Without Teddy here, Is there someone else he's leaning on? Do you feel he has enough of a support system, either in the locker room, coaches, anywhere else in the team, to make sure he stays on the right path?
Yeah, I feel like he's around his teammates a ton, and I feel like he's really endeared himself to the guys, and like I say, he's part of the group, and yeah, I do, and I'm telling you, he's matured so much, man, and I get it, I understand where it's at, and I know it can be frustrating. Look, it's frustrating for us, and it's frustrating because I got to answer these questions, and the team is going to have to answer them when they shouldn't have to, but ultimately, he's taken huge strides. He's made huge strides, and I recognize that, and I think the team recognizes that. So, I think he's going to come back better than he was before.
The other front, trades have started happening around the NFL. The Titans traded 2 guys, DeAndre Hopkins too.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's the chess match has started, and you guys not only worry about yourselves, but look at what the Chiefs did and what other teams are doing? Is that underway now, do you think?
You're just talking about from a trade aspect. For us, trading. Yeah, no, I don't feel that way. Like, I don't feel like we're pressured to, oh man, everybody's moving, we got to move. That's what you're asking, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel that. I just found out about Jones. Amy just told me, literally, when I was walking out a walkthrough. I had no idea that they're working out a trade for him. I knew about Hopkins, but no, we don't feel swayed by that. Like I say, we are not going to be in a hurry. If it's right, it's right, and we're going to do our homework, do our due diligence, and man, if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Has that affected your thinking at all with the diminished pressure in the last game against the Vikings as opposed to with Hutchinson?
No, because look, what we'll do is, we've still got. There's still 2 guys here. There's really 3 that we haven't really, rolled out there on Sunday and see what they look like. So we're going to give them a shot, and we're going to give Isaiah Thomas a shot. We're going to give Al Muhammad another shot. He's played in this league, done a lot. We'll give Houston another shot. So in combination with all those guys that we've got, and let's give it a go. Let's give it a look, man. That's what they're here for.
Really performed well in the last 2 games when you are faced a situation where you may be without Jameson here for a couple of weeks. What confidence does it give you to know you have a reliable guy like that?
A ton of confidence. I told you from day one. I mean, Leaf is really, he really is one of our starters. He's a spot starter. We use him enough. But I would tell you, man, absolutely Leaf. Everybody's got the utmost trust in Leaf, man. He's been here since the beginning. I mean, the guy does everything right, and he's smart. He's competitive. He's got speed, and that's the other thing. This guy can run. Let's not forget. So, but I would say Allen Robinson. I mean, we just went through the walkthrough. I mean, he's going to take on a heavy load here too, and talk about a pro, man. I mean, he's locked in. Everything we just went through. I mean, it's meticulous, which fires you up. So, man, we're going to be good here.
Carlton and Terry on, but I'm curious what you think of Meek's performance in the first 6 games here.
Meek has gotten better every week. He is, man, he's really grown in our defense. And here's what you love about Meek, man. You talk about man coverage, he's going to get up there and he's going to challenge, and he's not afraid of anybody, and he's going to compete, and he can run. He's a pretty savvy player in that regard. So he's really been a good fit for us. And I kind of mentioned this the other day in the game. We get in there in nickel between, CD and TA and Amik. I mean, those guys are they're giving some receivers fits right now. So I like where he's at, and he's gotten better every week.
I mean, he's got swagger, and he's not quiet about it. How good are those guys? Oh, yeah. How good is it to have those guys in a locker room? What do they bring to?
Well, it's one thing to have swagger and then you don't make plays, but if you're producing and you're doing it, that's a whole another deal. But I think it breeds confidence, man. When you start making plays and you trust the guy next to you and he starts making plays, and pretty soon you start playing off each other and you trust each other, then you get your own swagger, and then defensively, everybody, that swagger goes up for the unit. So it is good because they know what they're capable of, and they also know it's not a finished product between that whole secondary, BB and Kirby and Meek and CD and TA, and that's a beautiful thing.
Pascal Montgomery going to be out there today?
Say it again.
Pascal Montgomery, are they going to be practicing today?
Pascal won't be out there. Montgomery will be out there. I'm going to sit the bigs. Some of the bigs today. So, Decker and Graham and Frank may sit Levi just for a little bit for today's practice, but that's all, just taking care of them.
Just because I've seen him a little bit more. I think he went on the road trip with you, Emmanuel Mosley.
Yeah.
Where's he at kind of in his recovery? Is there still a good shot that he could get back to you this year?
Yeah, there is. And that was really the first week he's traveled with us. And, he wanted to go, and we were all for it. So I can't tell you how close, but yeah, we're going to get him back. It's just a matter of when is that. He's doing pretty good. He's really progressed nicely, and he's healed up well, and so he's doing good. Okay.